Hey, it's Todd Ault here, and we're at St. Petersburg, and we're going to ask for your patience because there's a lot of media here and a lot of people using bandwidth. We are in St. Petersburg, Florida for the opening weekend of the IndyCar series. As everyone knows, we are sponsoring the BitNow IndyCar number 20 with Connor Daly. We just watched them practice for the first time ever. It was great, really fun, good time. Connor did great. I think he was P7 or so, or I thought at one point I saw him P4. There'll nearly be 2 million people watching the race this week, and it'll be on NBC. We'll be able to see it this Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. time, and of course 12 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. And of course the race is on Sunday. We got a full crowd, nice hospitality suite, taking care of some of our partners here. Obviously, if you guys follow BitNow and Alt Alliance, you'll see we're building a building. I don't want to say building, but you're building an apartment building here in St. Petersburg, 23 stories, 285 units. It's a rental facility, but beautiful. It's a 100-lap race. It'll on a 1.8 mile track. You'll be watching it this weekend. Earnity is our partner here. I hope you guys are joining earnity.com. I joined. I bought some more Bitcoin. I keep buying Bitcoin. Jason, the real story today, a rally of 800 or more points on the Dow. The spiders ripped. Before we get to that, Jason, though, I do want to tell everyone to check out my podcast coming up. As usual, some great guests. Can we roll the clip of the May 12th to the 15th of Risk on Business Conference? Roll that clip real quick, Brett, and we'll get right to some other stories, and we'll get to a market update.
Whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here, we're going to have lots of other people there that have actually built businesses.
This will make somebody's life about 1,000 times better.
You got a business and you want to expand your business, whether you're in the restaurant business, you're in technology, whatever your business is, if you want to scale it, you want to be here. This is going to be a conference where you can learn something, meet people, and network. Limited slots are available. Head over to toddault.com and register today.
That's where you can go register for the conference for sure. You can register there. Make sure you get on that list. I know the list is going to go live soon, so you'll be getting an invite to actually fully subscribe and make sure you guys are going to show to the conference. It's filling up, so I'm excited about that. A lot of people committed to the conference. Lee Steinberg is coming to the conference. He's going to speak. Got a lot of new guests we're going to be announcing next week. The thing is filling up really nicely. It's going to be something you can learn from. And obviously, you got to run a business to run Indy. One of the things that we're going to be talking about in the coming weeks ahead is what it takes to run an Indy team, the businesses and the sponsors, as to why they're involved and how you would market your business, and why would you choose to be in the Indy series? Why would BitNow choose to do that? Now, obviously, we want to promote Earnity. We want to promote that we're going to be one of the largest North American miners. We have our reasons, but you're going to learn at that business conference why you should be promoting your business, no matter what it is. It may not be Indy. It's obviously an expensive task there, but there are other ways you can promote on social media. So follow us on social media. Mark, Jason, what do you think about the market today? It ripped like crazy. I'm going to go through the numbers because I know you have limited access, but you got the Dow up 834.92, up 2.5%. The S&P going crazy, up 95.95, and the NASDAQ up a little bit less on a percentage basis, up 221. The Nikkei was up huge. Bitcoin, I'm going to check it right now. We're just a shot over 39,000 on Bitcoin. Obviously, the BitNow Earnity car powered by Bitcoin. Jason, your thoughts on the market?
Sorry there, Todd. I had to put you on. I had to put myself on mute. The market, it looks like Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, is staying in Kyiv. I hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. I'm going with Kyiv or Kiev. Anyway, it looks like Putin hasn't had his plan go as strongly as he had hoped, in my opinion. The market now looks like it's pricing in the massive sanctions that they're placing on the oligarchs and Putin himself. and the market kind of shook it off here, Todd. We got a big move here on Bitcoin and all the markets. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I have to come off mute. I'll tell you that I'm not impressed with the strategy. He attacked from Belarus, he attacked from Crimea, he attacked from those two regions where they have Russians and separatists, and he really, to me, kind of blew it. Pardon he shot his gun, let's say, right out of the gate, and I think he made a fool of himself personally. But his speech and his rhetoric is dangerous. I think that's the biggest concern, and I know some people don't agree with me, but I think Biden should just stay out of it. You could be supportive of NATO, but I don't think a guy who's 69 years old, who probably realizes he's getting older and wants to show a sign of force, he doesn't really want to take the Ukraine. What he really wants to do is he wants to, like he has with Belarus, what he's done with Crimea, he wants to have puppet governments in there that are effectively, he doesn't want to take on the burden of the Ukrainians, the things that they have to deal with. So he's really showing basically you're not going to join NATO. And I think the smartest thing that Zelensky could do is know that his neighbor isn't going to put up with that and basically make a deal. Nobody wants to see the Ukrainians die. No one wants to see Russians die. And ultimately, I think he may have overplayed his hand. The market's betting he overplayed his hand. But I point out something about the market that people do not pay attention to. Let's say you raise rates 7 times. And let's say the rates go to 3%. So what? You going to pay your bills on 3%? You're not going to pay your bills. There's really nowhere to go. And I think people looked at the market and said, hey, you got a 20% pullback in the NASDAQ. You got a 10% pullback in the Dow. And Jason, they're tearing people's heads off. Some of these stocks like even Nile and others are down 60, 70, 80% for the highs or more. And I think the market said, okay, some of these things are really overdone. Let's snap some up. I don't know what to make of this crazy time here, but I think the Russian thing has played his hand. Unless he does something crazy, unless he does something, with the N word, and I mean nuclear word, something bad, or he does something stupid, I think that this is going to play itself out. I don't think the U.S. gets involved from a troop perspective. I think that would be suicide. I think the worry you have is the Chinese see Biden is weak, and did they do something with Taiwan? But even they have stuff at risk there. And it's weird to see the Russians and the Chinese in bed together. We've always been friends with one of them. We've always had one of them on our side. So I think that someone's got to get in the leadership of the State Department and figure out how they're going to get either reconnected with Russia or reconnected with China. I think it's a poor play here. And I think there's a lot of people that think the current administration has not figured that part out. Jason, your thoughts?
I will tell you this, Sleepy Joe, actually around 80 years old, he actually put 7,000 more troops in Germany, planned to deploy them closer to like Poland, Latvia, Lithuania. Ukraine's not a NATO nation, but those other Baltic nations are members of NATO. So the thought was when Putin penned his 5,000 word essay this summer that he had aspirations of reuniting the USSR. And that's a little bit scary geopolitically. Obviously, the South China Sea and Taiwan and President Xi doing flyovers in Taiwan, that's very scary. Back home, let's think about what's going on here. President Biden should address the southern border, take care of our border, instead of trying to be the police of the world, in my opinion. President Biden not only needs to release some of the strategic oil reserves, but he needs to open up the Keystone Pipeline right away. There's a lot of pain here in middle-class America and lower-class America. He should open the Keystone Pipeline, and he should reignite the federal permits for oil drilling. It's fine and dandy to get to the Green New Deal one day, someday, but let's face it, man, there's pain everywhere, and it's not just at the gas pumps. Petroleum products are very involved in everything we do in our lives. Plastic products, goods and services and that are relying on oil, energy. So, Todd, I'm really concerned about the stuff at home.
So oil 91.78. You see Brent crude at 98.39. You see natural gas at 4.48. Really, the issue here is the Russians are rich because of gas and oil, and is if you continue to prop those prices up and you continue to rely on outside oil and you don't open up, strategic. I don't know about the strategic reserves. I don't know if I agree with you there, but I do agree that the reality of the situation is that Putin needs to understand you have to make sure that you're going to, sorry guys, there's cars running in the background. You got to make sure that you're going to, take care of our energy needs at home. And you just cannot convert everyone to EV fast enough. And people forget you need oil and gas to make energy. You need oil. This is going to take time. And the people who want the Green New Deal don't understand you're not going to take people off of oil. It's going to take 30 plus years to do that. And they need to get sort of the proverbial heads out of their asses and make sure that they keep oil prices in line. You can't have people paying $6-7 a gallon because that really hurts the middle class. It hurts people on a fixed income, especially those people having to get to work. You end up having to raise for people who use public transportation. It becomes more expensive, et cetera. Hey guys, we're going to keep it short today. Unfortunately, the trials of dealing with doing this remotely are always a challenge. Skyla, love to hear from you. You've got something funny. But before we get to Skyla, I do want to say to you that thanks to Ed Carpenter Racing, the whole staff there, Connor Daly's family, the president of Indy Racing, Connor's mom, everybody, John Stewart, Willie, Cliff, everybody who's involved here. Great for our clients, great for the people attending. So far, so good. And I look forward to giving out some gifts for everybody who watches this show with the new BitNow logos, stuff we're doing there. Got a lot going on at BitNow. Really can't talk about it today. But we will eventually catch up. We'll be back on the show on Monday in the studio, and they'll get ready for Texas. Jason, you got miners being delivered again here. How's the schedule looking for installing those miners? I know that we have an update coming up. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm coordinating some miners right now in the midst of the St. Pete Grand Prix. Sorry about the noise in the background. We'll have an update on March 1st. It looks like we're going to add approximately another 300 units to the mining facility up in Michigan.
So, Skylar, what do you got for us today?
All right. So why are race car drivers the best people to go to for relationship advice?
Why?
Because they're trained to look for red flags.
That's a good dad joke.
Thank you.
I like that joke. Hey, Christy, anything else we need to cover that's really super important? I'll do that for sure. So, guys, I want to tell you that it's on I believe, I want to say Monday, or was it Tuesday? I can't remember what day it was. I kind of felt like there was maximum the day, I'll get to that. The day that we saw the invasion take place and the market kind of opened hardcore down, I really felt, and I don't know how you do as traders, but I've been doing this for 32 years. I've sold companies. I sold patient safety company I found it got sold. I brought Alzheimer's public. I took over Franklin Capital. I've been involved in Jack in the Box and Talk to Cabana. I've talked about this endlessly, done a lot of activist deals, been involved in a lot of transactions that are never smooth. But sometimes I've been at this long enough to know when I have a gut feeling, when you can see the market down day after day after day, and you want to kind of throw in the... And that invasion, if you look at some history, usually marks some sort of bottom. I don't know if it is, but we're going to have some people at the conference that are incredible. They're going to cover this. Now, that's not until May. So I keep your head on the swivel. I'm a little disappointed about Bitcoin. Jason, it looks like this Bitcoin is a risk-on asset. It looks like it's trading with the NASDAQ. What are your thoughts there? Because that's kind of a little different than what I was expecting out of Bitcoin. Your thoughts on Bitcoin?
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with what it's doing right now with the algos and the indexes. But you know what? Silver and gold got tamped down pretty strongly as well. And the DXY, which is the US dollar index, as it relates to comparative trading to other currencies in the world, looking pretty strong. I just don't really understand that. And I'm just going to keep buying silver and gold and Bitcoin. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not recommending it. But let's see what happens if we can reclaim 40,000. And let's see what happens between Russia, Ukraine, and anything in China and Taiwan.
Hey, you got to come off mute, right? Hey, some of the riskiest things in the world are race car driving. These guys do 200 plus miles an hour, and we're proud to be part of Ed Carpenter Racing, Connor Daly, the BitNow car. We mine Bitcoin in North America. We mine Bitcoin in Michigan. We are an American Bitcoin miner. And we're very proud of it. We're very proud to be part of Bitcoin. A lot of you guys who follow the show know we have a lot of things going on with Alt Alliance and our hopeful of long-term separation of the company and a reward or dividend to those shareholders. We're pretty proud of this. Check out the BitNile car running this Sunday on NBC in St. Petersburg, Connor Daly. It's 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Let's roll the clip here before we go about.
Partner signed a 2-year deal with Ed Carpenter Racing and Connor Daly. I cannot stress to you how important this is an evolution for our company.
Connor Daly for the race lead.
I have a passion for this sport that has kept me in the game, and I don't want to stop.
I'm telling you that I believe Connor's going to win.
I mean, we didn't come here to lose.
The race this weekend. Hey, check out my social media. We're going to be posting on Twitter, on my Instagram, Todd Ault. We're going to be posting from the race live. We're going to be putting up stuff, great stuff. Race day is Sunday, everybody. We appreciate all your time. Thanks for being patient on this abbreviated Risk On episode. Jason, thank you. Thanks to Randy and Skyla and everybody. Christy, I'll see you soon. Obviously, thanks to Congressman for joining us today. Endless amounts, John Stewart, as I talked about earlier, Cliff Phillips, Willie Ames, all the people that helped us get this done. Tori and what's the other girl's name? What's wrong? Abigail. Oh my, how would I forget Abigail? I have a niece named Abby. A special thanks to my wife and everybody here supporting what we're doing here. We think a lot of fans are going to know about BitNile. We think a lot of fans are going to know about Earnity. Special thanks to Jan Schatt, those people. And you guys have got to check out the Risk On conference. Please be there. Check it out. There's going to be lots of opportunities for you to participate, and everyone that goes. Bitcoin. More on that later. Everyone, Risk On. We'll see you on Monday back live in the studio. Check us out on Sunday. Take care, everyone.